Welcome, food travelers, to another episode here in Arizona. In this episode, we're headed to Grand Canyon, and it's been a few decades for me to come back to Grand Canyon. How about you, Simon?
I've actually never been there. I attempted once a while back, and it was actually during the time when I don't know if you knew, but the skywalk where it had that little bridge that had the glass floor, and you could actually walk over. So you're walking over the canyon. That first opened, and so actually my family headed there to go do that. But the day that we actually got there was a huge storm that came in, so it was just pouring down rain, and they closed everything down. So in the end, we actually ended up not being able to see anything other than our drive out towards that area. But yeah, one of these days I'll go actually see it, but I have not yet.
That's interesting. Yeah, so the location of this Grand Canyon that we went to is called the South Rim area. It's separate. There's a North Rim and a South Rim. The South Rim is closer to Phoenix side, which is about 229 miles north, about 3.5 hours drive, which is still pretty far away. And the North Rim side from Phoenix was about 350 miles, a little bit over 5 hours. And so after walking around Grand Canyon, or driving around, I should say, we were pretty hungry and we were looking for a restaurant, and we went to the village area of the South Rim area, and this one is called El Tavo, and this is actually a historic hotel. It's from, I think, built in the 1905s, which is like when you enter it, it feels like a lodge, and there's like all these like deer heads and everything. And when I was looking for food, they had this called the dining room area, and it's supposed for dinner time. It's supposed to be like a fine dining restaurant. And while we were here, it's actually for Thanksgiving, and I was really surprised we could even get a table. I was thinking, okay, there's probably like 1 million people here, probably gonna be no like tables available. And I was already prepared to just eat something else, but I'm actually really glad we did get a table here, and they actually sat us down with a window view off Grand Canyon. And so with the items that we got here for the appetizer, it was like a spinach apple salad, and for the entree it was a slow roasted herb crust mesquite smoked prime rib, and it was a really thick cut too. And for dessert, it was actually a pumpkin pie and a prickly pear cheesecake. And I just found it kind of strange where the server just brought out everything at once. And he kind of said, well, in my family, when we have Thanksgiving, we like to have all the food placed on the table at the same time so you can see everything at one time. So I guess that kind of makes sense, but I was just thinking, okay, at least you'll bring it one at a time, then you have time to digest and eat in between the different courses. But with this one, it was all at the same time.
That makes sense. I mean, for me and my family, we for Thanksgiving, when we get together, we get all the food as well, stick everything on the table, and then like we all like to take pictures of everything as we set up. So I can understand that, because that's definitely something we also do, is put everything out there, laid out.
Yeah, so with this restaurant being next to like Grand Canyon, it's like you're basically watching groups, like tour groups, just walking by. And you see a lot of families just walking by in the window too. And I think we were kind of lucky, like being like a cloudy day and it's not too sunny, or I mean there's no sun obviously, but at least from this side of the restaurant, so you have a pretty nice view of the Grand Canyon. You get to like really enjoy it in the warmth of the building. I mean, when you're driving around the canyon and getting out the car, it gets really cold, and being so high up in elevation, it was just really chilly overall. But being in the restaurant and eating and getting to enjoy the whole environment is definitely a plus.
So how was the prime rib? I mean, definitely that cut, looking at the video, looks like it's pretty good cut, and like you said, it's pretty sizable. But overall, how was it? Because since we do have we've eaten quite a bit of prime rib with all of the places we've gone to, especially with our buffets that we visit. So how was theirs?
I thought it was actually really good. I was really surprised. I thought, okay, being in Grand Canyon, you may not think food will be as great, but surprisingly, it was really good. It was really moist. They had it perfectly, I guess, medium rare, and yeah, with the horseradish and also with the, I guess, the hollandaise sauce is what it was. It was actually pretty good having both of them, and that potato was actually really good too. The salad, I think I could have gone without it. But overall, it was still actually really good. And the pumpkin pie, I mean, being Thanksgiving, you definitely have to have pumpkin pie. I thought the crust of the pumpkin pie could have been, I guess, softer or more flaky. It was really hard. This one is called the prickly pear cheesecake, and I did think the decoration of the cactus on top was a nice touch. It definitely matches the name of it, but the flavor of the cheesecake, I could not taste anything else except for that it was a cheesecake.
I know I do enjoy a prickly pear juice. I drink that not often since they don't have it too much up here in Seattle. But at least when I'm down there, or at least Texas and stuff, where they have prickly pear more available, I do enjoy it, and it's really light flavor. Prickly pear, it's just a light flavor. So yeah, I was really curious if you actually tasted, but I know with cheesecakes, the cheese flavoring tends to dominate a lot, so that's why you tend to see heavy kind of flavorings on cheesecakes. But I guess it's just a cheesecake that says prickly pear without quite having that prickly pear flavor.
Yeah, definitely. I guess that's probably why I couldn't taste the prickly pear flavor in that cheesecake. But overall, I did really enjoy this restaurant, and if I do have a chance, I'll probably try and make a reservation to this hotel as well, just to get a better experience of it. But overall, if you are in Grand Canyon, I'll definitely recommend coming to this restaurant or just this hotel in general. I think it's a really great historic location. And to wrap up the episode are the notables. Unfortunately for this one, there are none.
If you've enjoyed the content you've seen, don't forget to support the channel and hit like and subscribe. And if you want to see additional pictures of food and our travels, go over to our Instagram page and follow us there. And thanks for watching.